Now, this is the last video I'm going to make on creating pagan bylaws, and this will be the last really kind of important section in your bylaws. Now, some people's bylaws are going to be a lot shorter than ours, but I just wanted to give you a comprehensive view of how to create one. And like I said, this is important, especially if you want legitimacy in your organization. It's a great way for somebody to go to one list and look and see what your organization is all about. Now, this last list is something that is probably going to be amended a lot throughout your organization and as you grow, because you're going to start off very small, and that's okay, and then you're going to grow depending on which kind of your focus that you have. You're going to have different sub-organizations and subgroups within your group that perform certain tasks, and this last part of your bylaws is going to be focused on those subgroups that perform those tasks. I call them committees. You can call them whatever you want. There's lots of different terminology that you can use, and some people like to have that terminology be directed back to their root cause or some kind of other overlying theme of their organization. So like if you have a gardening group, you might call these pods, for example. Um, but there's lots of different ways that you can terminize. We just call them committees. And so essentially the first thing we have is rules for committees, which we just call that organization. So the way the committees are organized. And those rules are that all committees should be headed by an elder priest or priestess or a high priest or priestess. So in other words, these are committees that are overseen by leadership. Of course, we keep records of all financial transactions, including income and expenditures. Leaders must turn in any income with records monthly to the treasurer. All committees must conduct themselves in a professional and responsible manner. Committees must have monthly meetings, and there must be both long-term and short-term goals and plans to meet. And then, of course, leadership can assign duties to meet goals in an equitable and logical manner concerning everyone's strengths and abilities. So that way, basically the big focus about having groups is to get people engaged. And depending on where their interests lies within your organization, and also where their talents lies, you're going to have different needs. And so, and different people delegated to different responsibilities. So, for example, one of the first committees we have is the education committee. And I talk all day long about how important I think education is in the pagan community. And so that would be headed by a specific priest or priestess in our circumstance, but you can organize that however you see fit. Whomever has the talent to head a committee like that can do that. And then we have other committees like communications, fine arts and literature, spiritual growth, and fundraising. And you can add, like I said, depending on what your focus is, you're going to have different needs for different groups. Some people are going to be about need a group for community outreach so they can find other members. And that might be a group that's really, really important early on. And then as you grow, it's not going to become as important, and you can direct those resources to other areas. So like I said, this area is going to be kind of really amended as it goes along, which is why you need to make sure that you state to everybody that these things are going to be amended, and why it's so important to have a decision-making process in your group. Anyway, if you guys have any questions about bylaws or pagan organization or anything like that I'm doing, please email me at bluefirewitch@gmail.com, and I'll be happy to answer your questions in a timely manner. Thank you, and have a great day.